There is a graveyard more haunted than any cemetery of bone and stone. It is not filled with the bodies of the dead, but with the ghosts of things that never had the chance to live. It is a place constructed from the bricks of hesitation and the mortar of fear. We all contribute to it, every single day. Every time you have a brilliant idea in the shower but forget it by the time you dry off, a stone is laid. Every time you feel a surge of inspiration to paint, to sing, or to confess your love, but you say, "Not today," a wall is built. And if you follow the winding paths of your own procrastination long enough, you will arrive at the massive, dust-covered doors of the Library of Unwritten Books. The library does not exist in our time. It sits in the gray space, a dimension tucked between the seconds of a ticking clock. The architecture is impossible. Spiraling towers of shelves that rise into a ceiling of swirling ink clouds. There are no windows here, for the outside world is too bright, too loud, too real. The only light comes from the books themselves. They glow with a faint, pulsing bioluminescence, like the embers of a dying fire. Some glow with a furious, angry red. These are the revolutions that were never started. Others glow with a soft, weeping blue. These are the apologies that were never delivered. And some, the rarest of all, glow with a pure, blinding white. These are the masterpieces that were abandoned halfway through. The air in the library is thick and hard to breathe. It smells of vanilla, ozone, and old parchment. But underneath that, there is a metallic tang, the scent of wasted potential. It is quiet here, but it is not silent. If you listen closely, you can hear a constant, low murmur. It is the sound of millions of voices whispering the first lines of stories that were never finished. Once upon a time, I have always loved you. The truth is, the voices overlap, creating a symphony of regret that echoes through the endless corridors. The guardian of this place is the Silent Archivist. He is a figure made not of flesh, but of paper scraps and spilled ink. His eyes are two pools of liquid black, reflecting the infinite shelves he tends. He does not judge the visitors who stumble into his domain. He only witnesses them. He moves through the aisles with a rustling sound, like dry leaves skittering across pavement. His job is heavy. He must carry the weight of the world's almosts. He holds the symphony composed by the deaf man who is too afraid to touch the piano. He holds the blueprint of the machine that would have saved the world, drawn by a girl who was told she wasn't smart enough. He catalogs them all, placing them gently on the shelves where they gather the dust of eternity. Imagine walking down these aisles. You might find a book with your name on the spine. You pull it down. It is heavy, far heavier than paper should be. The cover is made of leather that feels like warm skin. You open it. The pages are not blank. They are filled with the life you could have lived if you had just said yes that one time. You see scenes of a career you never pursued, a house you never bought, a family you never started. The words are beautiful, poetic, perfect. And that is the cruelty of the library. The unwritten books are always perfect because they never had to face the messiness of reality. They never had to deal with failure, or criticism, or the mundane struggle of the everyday. They remain pristine in their non-existence. There is a legend that says, a visitor once found the book of his great work. It was a novel he had dreamed of writing for 30 years, but never typed a single word. He sat on the floor of the library and read it from cover to cover. It was magnificent. It moved him to tears. He felt a sense of completion he had never known. But as he turned the final page, he looked up and saw the archivist standing over him. The creature of ink extended a hand, and the book dissolved into ash in the man's grip. The man screamed, trying to catch the dust, but it was gone. The archivist spoke then, his voice like the tearing of paper. You cannot live in the ghost of a story. To read it here is to accept that it will never be. The only way to keep the book is to write it in the world above. The library is a trap for the nostalgic. It is easy to get lost in the what-ifs. It is comfortable to sit among the glowing shelves and dream of the person you could have been. But the dust here is toxic. If you stay too long, you begin to fade. You become translucent, just another idea that never manifested, another ghost to be filed away on a shelf. The only way to leave the library is to make a choice. You have to pick up a pen, a brush, a tool, or a phone. You have to choose one idea, just one, and drag it kicking and screaming out of the gray space and into the harsh light of reality. When a book is finally written in the real world, when the ink touches the paper, when the painting is finished, when the kiss is shared, something violent happens in the library. A book on the shelf screams. It bursts into flames. It burns with a glorious, bright heat, turning into smoke. The archivist watches this destruction with a smile on his ink-stained face. For every book that burns in his library is a victory. It means something has escaped. It means a ghost has become a body. It means potential has become kinetic. We walk around carrying libraries inside our chests. We are heavy with the things we haven't done. We think we are waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect skill level, the perfect inspiration. But the archivist knows the truth. There is no perfect moment. There is only the choice between the shelf and the fire. The unwritten book is safe, immortal, and dead. The written book is flawed, fragile, and alive. So, tonight, before you sleep, listen to the silence of your room. Can you hear the whispering? Can you smell the vanilla and the ozone? The library is waiting for you. It wants to claim your ideas. It wants to keep them safe and perfect forever. Do not let it. Do not let your story become just another glowing spine on a dusty shelf. Be brave enough to be imperfect. Be brave enough to ruin the blank page. Break the silence. Start the sentence. And somewhere, in a dimension of smoke and ink, watch with joy as a book burns to the ground.